question. Good evening, madam. How are you? No, see. कर दिया आपने? Mm, Okay, I don't think there is people are interested today. What is it? Any festival? Mm, right. I don't think people are there. Four people watching, no one asking question. Mm, mm, right. Some questions finally. Does mutual aspect between second lord and 11th lord makes someone wealthy? Like 11th lord Saturn in the third house and second lord Mars in the 12th house Pisces. Uh, in other cases, I will consider. Okay, like with the malefics, I may not consider it as like a strong Dhani yoga. It is a Dhani yoga. Okay, like second house and 11th house are like wealth oriented houses, and they are wealth lords for this person. But the main thing is that they both are malefic planet, especially Saturn, which represents limitations. It represents a scarcity of something. So this is where, although it is Dhan Yoga, but it is going to give results only after severe efforts, perseverance, and hard work. Okay. The results are not coming easily. Plus, Saturn is Saturn is in the third house, and like 10th aspect is going on to third, 12th house. Mars is also aspect in third house. It is mutual aspect. So initially there will be lots of frustration, but if the person works hard, especially in the business setup, okay, understand this basic thing. If someone actually becomes rich, mostly it is in the business setup only. Okay, in business only you can earn as much money as you want and all. So third house is business. Saturn is sitting there. So like this result will be more visible in the business setup rather than like job setup. Okay. How will retrograde and debilitated Saturn along with the retrograde Jupiter behave? Retrograde and debilitated Saturn along with retrograde Jupiter behave in the sixth house. Okay. Understand both these planets are long durational planets. Their transits are for longer time and all, and their impacts are also for longer time. So what it shows to have like Saturn and Jupiter in Aries sign in the sixth house. Okay, you are Scorpio sun. Okay, I am also a Scorpio sun. Anyways, so it is like long term conflicts, long term obstacles. Okay, this person needs to be like extremely careful and proactive in diffusing all circumstances of sixth house related matters. Means, if I am seeing some dispute arising with any of my family member, I should be like very proactive to diffuse that dispute in the initial stage only. Otherwise, it can be a long term dispute. Likewise, what Saturn Jupiter in the sixth house is indicating, that you need to be very proactive in your health matters. Otherwise, it can be a very prolonged health issue. Okay, and your health issue may come back again and again. Likewise, sixth house represents this mm, like loans. Okay, if someone is taking loan, then they should be like extremely careful, extremely like planning ahead. Okay, I'm taking this much loan, this is what is my plan, how will I pay off EMI and all the principal amount, and in the first year I'm planning this much, for second year I'm planning this much. They should be like extremely careful about it, and then they should go ahead. So this Saturn Jupiter both there is telling it is not that how they are behaving or how they are giving the result. It is what you need to learn through these two planets in the sixth house related matters. Approach should be like this. Then you can handle this sixth house energy in a better way. You need to become like very proactive in dealing with the sixth house related matters. That is your, you can say, lesson of your life. Okay. Benefit like Jupiter, Venus are tend to give more money. Yes, because they represent money. Okay, if Jupiter and Venus are creating this Raj Yoga or Dhan Yoga, obviously they, in their dashas they will bring like much better money and easier money. Means like a person may get money without much effort. With Saturn and Mars or Malefics and Saturn Ketu and all, it is like lot of effort to get a little bit of result. Can Rahu and Jupiter in fourth house in sign of Gemini give wealth? It can bring big houses, okay, big real estate properties. That is like that is the basic trait of like Rahu Jupiter. Rahu Jupiter in fourth house Gemini. Okay, this shows that person can be like in the business setup from home or private office, and person uh, okay, person should be gaining a lot in the real estate matters. Okay, this can give huge properties. Rahu Jupiter in Gemini in the fourth house. Won't malefics give better money in the 11th house and the second house, because then means won't really matter. With Jupiter and or maybe Venus too, one would be very moral, not take any clever means to make money. Uh, it is they can give better money if that work is coming on for a long time. Okay, suppose let's say my grandfather started some business and my father sustained it, and I am inheriting it now. So all the hard work is already done by my grandfather and then my father. I'm just reaping the result. So if you see Saturn, long duration, so results are coming due to long durational efforts. They have put efforts, I'm getting the money, I'm reaping the result. Generations. Okay, so that is more Saturn. But if I have to start it, okay, if I have to start a business and they are like involved in the money oriented houses, initially I would have to like persevere a lot. Then it depends on like as you said, like Jupiter, Venus, or ninth house and all these values come in between. Okay, someone wants to follow the moral values, someone doesn't want to, everyone has their own morality. Okay, so then all these things become important. How someone wants to run his business, that is his personal thing. Okay, that is like ninth house becomes important, Jupiter, Venus, as you said. So they become important. But initially if I am starting a business, I have to like put best of effort, and initially results will be very less. But if it is coming from generations, then fine, then even in Saturn Ketu dasha or Ketu Saturn dasha, person can still earn. Right. What? Good evening, Ankita ji. How are you? Good evening, Vedant ji. How are you? And this session is up to 6:45. I have like a call at consultation call at 7. So in next half an hour, whatever you can ask, you can ask. Okay. Uh, and whatever I can reply, I will reply. What happens when any planet is Atichari during any transit? Like next year, Jupiter will become Atichari. What is Atichari? I never heard it. Jupiter will be in Gemini. Atichari? I never heard this word. Thank you. Can you please explain it a little bit? Please. The chats, show chat. Yo. Right. Atichari, it moves faster over sign than normal. Okay, great. Because it is in Gemini sign. Okay. Gemini is sign of traveling and all. Jupiter and Gemini. Yo. Atichari, as like a Gemini is sign of traveling. So it travels fast through that sign. Even like Moon transits through Gemini in other signs, it will take about signs like Capricorn and all. Moon may take around 1 hour 50 minutes to transit 1 degree. But in signs like Gemini and Virgo, Mercury ruled sign, it may transit within like 1 hour 40 minutes or so. So it is just that because transit is faster, we may not see that much of impact. Okay, it will give you impact more in retrograde movement when it retrogrades, when it reverts back, because then the speed is slow. Understand it like this, it is from our perspective. Okay, planet is bringing the result, but we can feel the result only when the results are coming slowly to us. Okay, it is making some impact on us. Okay, then only like the person planet, we will say that okay, this is like a difficult transit happen, or this is a good transit happening, when we feel the result. And we feel the result when it happens over a long period of time. As the planet is like transiting faster here, we may not see much of impact of Jupiter in Gemini until it goes retrograde. Okay. Uh, if I remember well, Jupiter was in Gemini when I started learning astrology in 2013. Okay. Uh, and for first few months, I didn't realize that it was like a big change coming. Okay, and that I'm accumulating a lot of information. Okay, in 2013 April, from then I started learning, and only in October I started realizing that how much information I am accumulating in my brain. Okay, how much I'm like spending time on YouTube videos and listening to all these astrologers, how much I'm learning. Okay, this realization came only in October. So for 6 months I didn't realize that I'm like spending a lot of time on just astrology, nothing else. So this is what can happen when Jupiter goes into Gemini next year. It will give you lots of result, but you will realize it. You will take a note of it only when it goes retrograde after 6 months or so. Thank you, Surya ji. Mm, this is done. Okay. I have Jupiter Venus mutual aspect, seventh house. Since Venus is in 10th house, but for Pisces Lagna, neither Jupiter rules 11th house or second house. So, can this give wealth? Jupiter, Jupiter, Venus themselves represent wealth. They don't depend on houses to give you wealth. They are Karaka of wealth. Karaka means that planet represents that thing in any house, any sign. So Jupiter represents wealth in any house, any sign. Venus represents wealth in any house, any sign. So for that, you need not to see like house position. Okay. Jupiter will move faster. It will transit in Gemini in May, and then in 3 months it will be in Cancer. Then again in Gemini in December. Right. It will run through like a Gemini sign, and then it will retrograde. So we will feel what I was saying. We will feel the impact of Jupiter in Gemini transit when it reverts back. In the initial 3 4 months we will not even feel it, that okay, something some big change is coming, or like I'm learning a lot, because that is the main thing which happens with Jupiter in Gemini transit, that you learn a lot, you accumulate lot of information. Okay, Jupiter is knowledge and Gemini is collection of information. Does the transit of the planet from its natal position affect, like Jupiter going 8 places away in the transit from its natal position in the birth chart, does it hold any significance? Everything has significance, but everything gets added up in astrology. So it is one additional result you can see. Like I am born with Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter is in Taurus, so I can make Jupiter as my ascendant and see where Jupiter is transiting right now. Okay. And this thing I should see for only for Jupiter's significances. Jupiter's related matters like wealth, family life, or relationship, and all these kind of things. I should not bring any other planet significance here. Okay, but this is like additional things, okay, which you can anyway see it from other main characteristics or main like criteria of looking at the dasha or transit results. Or transit is seen only from uh, moon or ascendant. Ascendant is main because ascendant represents your life path, life events happen through ascendant only. Moon is like mind, how your mind is going to react or behave to that. Okay, so if you want to see your mental receptivity towards the event, see from the moon. If you want to see the event itself, see from the ascendant. How do we analyze the salary of someone? Is it from second house or 11th house? Not about business, but for someone like working in the office. 11th house. 11th house is your income, time bound income. Okay, either weekly, monthly, daily salary, and all that is seen from 11th house. Second house is wealth. What becomes your wealth? Your savings become your wealth. So basically, second house is your savings. Okay, whatever we like earn, another way of looking at it is second house is fourth from the 11th. If you start counting from the 11th house, reach second house, there are four houses in between. Fourth house is home. Okay, your saving is home of your income. Your income comes at home and it gets saved in locker. Okay, so second house is your savings. Likewise, if you see from the another side, 11th house is 10th from your second house. If you start counting from second house, reach 11th house, there are 10 houses in between. For your savings, duty or responsibility is income. To have savings, you have to earn money first of all. Your income, that is your duty and responsibility. Right. Which astrology content you watch on YouTube? Now I don't watch anyone. Largely, I don't watch. Normally, I'm not interested in astrology anymore. The moment I realized gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, astrology doesn't interest me anymore. Okay. Uh, I do it only for sharing information. That's it. So I don't follow many any astrologer. I guess. Okay. I don't follow like any astrologer, or rarely I see someone's video. So I'm very content with whatever like I have learned in astrology. I'm thankful for that, for the people who have taught me. I'm grateful, but it doesn't interest me anymore. Can Atichari planet give intense result, and the result may be taken away quickly uh, if the planets transit next sign? I will relate it with planets like Mars. Okay, if Mars is going through Gemini, now it is like quick because Mars is also quick and Gemini is also quick. So when Mars goes into Gemini, it may give quick result. Okay, and result will also be quick and it will be taken away also quick. Okay, but with long transits like Jupiter, which also goes retrograde in the sign during the year, there I will not. Again, if you see the in last Jupiter in Gemini transit, I learned astrology, whatever I could learn. Okay, and it helped me throughout next 12 years. Now we are again moving towards Jupiter in Gemini. So 12 years, those results stayed with me. Okay, so this shows that the results you get with this Atichari transit are going to stay with you. With planets like Jupiter, with planets like Mars, I can agree to this logic because they are malefics. Mercury and Dasha Antardasha can be difficult compared to Venus and Jupiter in general. No dasha is difficult if you are aligned with your chart energy. No dasha is beneficial if you are not aligned with your chart energy. This is the only difference. Mercury represents business, communication, counseling, teaching, interacting, collecting of information, sharing of information. Now ask yourself, if you are in Mercury Dasha, what you are doing as uh, out of these activities. If you are doing any of these activities, Mercury Dasha can be very good. If you are not doing any of these activities, then same Mercury Dasha you can feel that it is frustrating time period. So it is all about we aligning ourselves with the chart energy rather than anything else. Currently running through Venus Antardasha, how can we activate planet Venus? It is already activated. Okay. Planet is active, that's why you are active. That's why I am active. Okay. If planets start deactivating or sleeping, then we cannot be alive. Right now, just to give you an indication of what I'm trying to say. I'm sitting in a home, my fourth house is active. I'm using new age technology, Aquarius sign is active. I'm talking about astrology, my Ketu is active. I'm sharing information, my Mercury is active. I'm teaching, guiding, counseling people, Jupiter is active. I'm using conveniency items like this mobile gadget and all, Venus is active. Okay, every planet is active. I'm persevering in this field for last 12 years. That is, Saturn is active. I'm I'm having like foreign clients and all. Rahu is active. I'm putting lot of effort. Mars is active, and this is my career. Sun is active. My mind feels happy. Moon is active. Okay, everything is active. That's why we are active. Okay, you cannot do anything to make anything active in your chart, but you can only align yourself. Wherever Venus is placed in your chart, align yourself with the activities related with that house. Okay, like if you are the same person who was Scorpio ascendant, now Venus rules your seventh house, Venus rules your 12th house. Venus, now I don't know where Venus is placed, but seventh house is business, masses, other people, and all. 12th house is spirituality. Ask yourself how much you are involved with the seventh house related matters, 12th house related matters. If you are involved, then you are aligned with the energy. If you are not involved, you are not aligned with the energy. This is the only difference. Rahu in the 8th house in Capricorn, what will be the result? Thus, this is spoil relationship in even in-laws. Relationship with in-laws are always spoiled. Who has good relationship with in-laws? Even with Jupiter in 8th house Cancer, I don't think anyone praises their in-laws. So now in 8,000 Capricorn, where is Saturn placed? Okay, largely that will decide what. Basically, it is like a difficult relationship. Saturn's energy is there, difficult relationship. Uh, what you can do is not to expect much from or whomsoever this person is. Not to expect much from your in-laws that they will cooperate with you, they will support you, and all that. That is not going to happen. Seventh lord in the eighth house or seventh lord in the second house, which position is difficult? I can tell about seventh lord in the second house. It is beautiful position. Excellent. Okay, lot of money coming from other people. Okay, other people are coming and giving you money. Seventh lord in the second house. Uh, just a second. Okay, seventh house is the house of relationship or business. Okay, and second house is the house of wealth. So people are meeting you in the business setup, and it is giving you money. Okay, now it depends on the planets involved. With me, it is Venus. Venus is the seventh lord and sitting in the second house for me. So it is like beneficial planet. But if let's say if it is Cancer ascendant, now Saturn rules the seventh house and it is going in enemy sign Leo in the second house. This is like a difficult placement. Okay, so we cannot directly judge seventh lord in the eighth house or seventh lord in the second house, which one is better or which one is worse. Depends on the planets involved. Okay, right. 6:33, we have 12 minutes more. Do you see Ashtakvarga while consulting? Ashtakvarga is more useful in judging the transits. Ashtakvarga table, right? It is like more yeah, more helpful in judging the transits rather than judging the. like the overall chart. Okay. So largely, I don't feel the need. If there is any need, I will look at it. But largely, I don't feel the need to check it. Right. Your view and experience on how a guru who has initiated you into any spiritual practice can take away or transcend prarabdha karma. I don't think about all these things. My job is to just take life as it comes. Okay, I'm not bothered about any type of karma. Okay, whether it is prarabdha or whatever they call. Okay. So go through the life as it comes. That is my way of living life. Okay, and Guru is not responsible for my actions, my prarabdha karma. He will take care of me whenever I need guidance and all. But eventually, I have to deal with it. Unearned wealth combination in astrology. Unearned wealth combination means inheritance. Eighth house. Eighth lord in this second house, eighth lord in the 11th house. This eighth house having like lots of like benefic impact. Shubkartri yoga involving eighth house can give like good amount of inheritance to the person. Okay, what is it? Few more minutes. Right, I think we are done. Let's meet next week. Thank you for joining. Okay, Rahu in the seventh house can disturb a relationship. Yes, it can disturb. Rahu in the seventh house, any planet in the seventh house. Tenth lord in the eighth house, pension from the government. Uh, is that a kind of inheritance? Tenth lord in the eighth house. So 11th house is like more pension. Okay, understand. 11th house is second from the 10th, so it is like gain of government. Okay, so 11th house dasha transits can indicate that when someone is gaining some gains from the government. 10th lord in the 8th house is more like government taxes. If you say it is gain of government, this is the difference between 8th house and second house, sorry, 8th house and 11th house from government's perspective. 11th house is second from the 10th, so it is gains from government which I get. 8th house is 11th from the 10th, so it is gain which government gets from me if it gets. Okay, so that is taxes and all. Just a second, let me see from a live example. uh, when did my mother got pension? Rahu. Okay, right. Right. She was in Rahu Mercury Venus Dasha, and Venus is her 11th lord. Venus Mercury both are sitting together in Libra in the fourth house, Cancer ascendant chart. That's when the her pension started coming in her account. Okay, and that was somewhere in mid of 2012. Okay, right, 2010, 11, right, December, and yes, in that time period, Rahu Mercury Venus Dasha. From March, right? It was that time only. Okay. So Rahu Mercury Venus Dasha 11th Lord. Venus is 11th Lord. She started getting the pension. Okay, from the government. 11th house is second from the 10th, so it is gains from the government. As I said, 8th house is 11th from the 10th, so it is gain of government from people. Okay. So that is what it shows. Uh, I will not think that it is inheritance from the government. Okay. Uh, right. Thank means bad. Unearned. I don't know what bad means. Okay. Take care. See you next week or in next video.